Glamorgan just about put themselves on top of Derbyshire on the second day of the LV County Championship match at the SWALEC Stadium in Cardiff after the visitors lost their last 8 first innings wickets for 73 runs. Only 15.5 overs have been possible on day one, but thankfully the conditions were much better for the bank holiday and play started on time, with Derbyshire on 47 for 2 and looking to Ben Slater and Scott Elston to bat for some time. This was right-hander Elston's first innings of the summer and he looked in good nick, rarely missing out on anything to hit as his side began the day in a very encouraging fashion. Injuries and a suspension have left Derbyshire with bare bones to choose from, but those who have come into the team, such as Elston, had a chance to prove a personal point, as well as doing well for the team, of course. This boundary took Slater to his second 50 of the summer, this one coming off 118 balls, that being his 6th 4, as he took his partnership with Elston to 101. Glamorgan were in need of a wicket. Well, they did better than that by removing both batsmen in the space of 3 balls. 4 deliveries after getting to his 50, Slater edged Andy Carter behind after he switched to around the wicket. Then the next over began with Elston with 48 runs to his name, pulling a short ball from Michael Hogan to Chris Cook to give the bowler his first success this season. That left Derbyshire on 132 for 4 with 2 brand new batsmen at the crease. It was left to Shiv Thakur and Alex Hughes to first see their side through to lunch before making the most of the afternoon session. They carried the total to 172 before the wheels fell off. The last 6 wickets fell for 33 runs, starting when Thakur was another to fall to a shot of aggression, his top-edge pull off Carter landing in the hands of Graham Wagg in the deep. Carter, enjoying his lone spell from Notts, struck again in his next over, Harvey Hussain nicking a forceful shot behind. Next, in the following over, it was the end of Hughes, who walked into a shot off Craig Macheda and also nicked off. Matthew Critchley, an 18-year-old leg spinner on debut, had made 8 when he gloved a pull off Hogan to Mark Wallace. Ben Cotton clipped a delivery from Wagg to Jacques Rudolph at short mid-wicket, before Mark Foote mishit a drive off the same bowler to Hogan from 132 for 2 and then 172 for 4. Derbyshire had slumped to 205 all out. They can hardly have been too pleased with the methods of many of their dismissals either. Those would have encouraged Glamorgan, who would have known that with a bit more application there were runs to be had on this pitch, so it was crucial that Rudolph, who was dropped twice, and James Kettleborough got their heads down to give their side an ideal start. Rudolph in particular did, either side of a break for bad light. The South African had scored 43 of the 62 runs on the board when he was trapped in front by an in-swinger from Thakur, who then got one through Kettleborough to send him back to the pavilion with 17 runs to his name. Will Bragg and Colin Ingram survived until some bad light and rain brought a slightly premature end to the day, with Glamorgan on 84 for 2, and that sees them trailing by 121 runs going into day 3.